Hello guys, how are you doing? So today we're gonna play Pokemon Emerald version, but it's not just Pokemon Emerald, it's actually Pokemon, yeah, we don't care about the battery. It's actually Pokemon Emerald Kaizo. I'm just gonna set up things a little bit here. To be fair, I had already recorded one episode earlier today, but because I'm using a different um, mic than I usually do. I noticed that my keyboard was extremely loud. I'm not sure how it is now with my controller. I hope you're not really listening to those click, click, click. If you are, I apologize for that. I'll try to find a solution for the next episode. So, with all that being said, what are we doing today? And well, actually, before I jump into that, I want to apologize for everyone that, or to everyone, that I didn't really upload anything as of late. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and last things that I have uploaded were just quick videos. And also, well, we'll call ourselves Why Not? And also, I haven't streamed in a while, and I don't particularly plan on streaming right now, unless something huge happens, of course. But the fact of the matter is, as you know, I had a kid recently, and well, he's doing really well. But of course, it takes so much of my time that I can't really be focusing on anything else than him, and play a few games from here and there. That's why I decided to play a game and record it instead of streaming, because streaming would have me at least over an hour here, and if something happens I need to drop the stream, and that would be just ridiculous. So I decided to just play games in episodes, as people did like 10 years ago. um, of course, there's still people doing it, I know, but well, it's different. And with that being said, I am now recording Pokemon Kaizo. It doesn't really matter the time here. Okay, confirm, yes. Pokemon Emerald Kaizo. This is a very difficult run from what I saw. I remember playing Pokemon Kaizo, but I don't remember it being the way this one is. So I'm not sure if this is a revamped version of it. It probably is. I read the description. I didn't really fully understood if it was or not. So I just decided to go with it. On the right, as you can see, we have the rules and we have the game mode. For the rules, I decided that Pokemon Kaizo was not hard enough, right? Right. So I decided to make it a no evolution run, which means that I can only use first stage Pokemon. So I can only catch Pokemon that are first stage or single line Pokemon. Um, I don't have level caps because otherwise I would never be able to pass the game. And well, I cannot catch duplicates. So if there's a Pokemon that I have, I cannot catch another one in double. That's just for me to avoid, if I find a really strong Pokemon that, like for example, an Absol or stuff like that, I don't want a team full of Absols, right? Um, Now, there is another rule that I don't believe I have here. I don't. The rule is that if one of my Pokemon evolves for some reason, because I was not paying attention or whatever, I didn't cancel the evolution, I will have to throw that Pokemon away. That's just another rule. So here, as I said, I had already played and I decided that I was going for Mudkip because it's definitely the best for the four first gyms. Despite, and this is where I got really confused at first, because I was already like, oh, for Watson, it's gonna be already a Marshtomp or a Swampert. It's gonna be really good, but no, it's not, because I cannot evolve it, so it's still just gonna be Mudkip. And as you know, Mudkip is only water type, so I'm not gonna get that very useful ground type and ground type moves. So that's a bit of an issue. But the other ones, like, I don't know, maybe Trico could have been a good one. I don't know. But I still feel like Trico is not particularly useful against Winona, against Flannery, against Tate and Liza probably. So it's like, I don't know. I hate these zigzagoon. So we're just starting the game. The guy already has like Swift, Berry Juice, and Sand Attack. So yeah. Another thing that I noticed on the previous episode is, as you know, we have the ability to increase the speed of the game in an emulator. So I can simply do this. And what I was actually asking in the previous episode that I didn't post, that I'm just gonna have now again, is if you guys mind of the sound, because here you have the regular sound of the game. It's low compared to my voice, but I think you can hear it well enough. I can just play it this way, and every time that I will fast forward the game, I will cut it in editing. Otherwise, dude, I'm just gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna be too problematic for you guys. So the name I gave Mudkip was I love Mudkip. You know, just the basic. I love Kip, and not Kips because I can't. Wait, I love, not I love. I love Mud Kip. So another thing that I can tell you guys about this run is, if you want me to name a Pokemon a specific name, just drop a comment. I will take that into consideration for the following episodes. I'm gonna record multiple episodes now on a row. So um, before I will name a Pokemon the name that you asked for, you have to keep in mind that the following episodes would have already been recorded. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Pushiana could be interesting, I guess. So I already saw a few Pokemon here and there where I can tell. Oh, no, not Togepi. I was gonna. Togekiss could be good. First of all, there's no Togekiss in this game, and even Togetic is like, well, it's sort of okay, but I cannot evolve Togepi, so I don't want a Togepi at all. Um, so as I said, I have already played the game until May, because that was like the first episode, and it's gonna what we're gonna do now as well. We're gonna just beat May. But as you might notice, I'm gonna do it here. Well, no, I'm not, because it kills me, of course. Silverwind. Yeah, whatever. Let me see. I'd rather just train a little bit here before. What you will notice, if you didn't yet, is that my Pokemon requires more experience than what they generally do. You see, 22, and it's like crazy the amount of experience that he needs. So if I go to Mudkip here, in it's a modest, that will be good. That will be good if I use like mostly surf and stuff like that later on. So that's nice. I like it. 16 that he still needs. I figure it was something around 100 or so. For level 6, that's a lot. It takes a lot of time to grind. That's why I decided to fast forward the game. Otherwise, I would not have done it. But whatever. It's not like you guys are losing anything for watching me grind the game. So I'm gonna put myself at level 8. That's what I did earlier. I was expecting her to be like level 10 or something like that. I was just gonna check what level she was at. But I actually noticed that she is at level 5, which was just, well, amazing for me, because I was really expecting a huge challenge on the first match. So I explained the rules, but I haven't really explained the game mode of Pokemon Emerald Kaizo. You probably already know Emerald Kaizo, right? It's a very, I would say, old ROM. At least it's not something recent. But Emerald Kaizo is like a hard difficulty mode for Pokemon Emerald. Um, but generally, what I notice with these hard difficulty modes is that the game is like particularly difficult at the beginning. Like you're fighting the first gym leader. Why is this doing? For some reason, when I do this, like it doesn't go back. But if I fast forward and I click there, it goes back. Whatever. That's weird. Um, so as I was saying, the hard difficulty mode games are generally like very difficult in the beginning, because the gym leaders have like level I don't know, like level 20s instead of level 10 to 12. and then the rest is like more achievable, right? You easily catch up with the game. That's what I mean. So like first will be 20, the second will be 25 or even 30, and like slowly you will catch up to the game, and it feels like the difficulty disappeared, or it's there but it's not as punishing. Now this game, from what I saw, is wow, unforgiving. It's like you start, I don't remember the levels, so exactly I don't really remember the levels, but I remember that they're really really high. um, the first gyms are like okay, they actually decrease the levels from Brawly, which is the second gym leader, where it generally has like level 17 and 18 or something like that. I mean, it's around those levels. Here is like level, I think it's like level 16 or so, his team. But he has a full team of fully evolved Pokemon. I remember in his team like having a Poliwrath at level 16, which was like, dude, I hate that. I hate when they do that in games because you're like, you technically cannot have a Poliwhirl at level 16, so you definitely cannot have a Poliwrath, but whatever. It's just a little thing that bugs me, but it's okay. I understand that it's to make the game a little bit more challenging. And as I said, like the first ones, they're like, okay, well, we're in level 8 already. The first ones are like, okay, that's fine. I understand it's just more challenging because the teams are much more difficult and they have 6 Pokemon. But after that, it's just crazy how much it jumps. Like you go to level 30s and then level 40s and then level 50s like in an instant. When generally you end up this game in your level 50s. The Elite Four have level 100. Every single Pokemon of the Elite Four have Lumberries to avoid status and stuff like that. And not to say that they have a different team, which means that it's not like, oh, this guy has just dog type, this guy has this. Oh, what am I doing? This guy has this and that. No, they have like particular teams. Um, well, I messed up something here, guys. I want to ensure that the boss battles are not fast forward. I apologize for that. I was just, you know, jumping into the game mode explanation, and I forgot to remove the fast forward. But it's okay. It was just a level 5 Trico that I decimated in an instant. So what we're gonna do now? Talk to him. We're gonna receive our balls, and we're gonna end our first episode here because, as I said, I just wanted to ensure that my first episode was until I defeated May. We're already on a 13, 14 minutes episode, so I think that it's okay for this one. As I said, I will record more videos to ensure that we do at least, well, a bunch of them right now. I have a little bit of time today and tomorrow, so I can definitely record some games. And with fast forward, it's gonna be much easier for me to do so. And yeah, as I said, if you want to name a Pokemon, don't forget to comment down below what you want me to name a Pokemon. It doesn't matter which Pokemon it will be. Of course, you can tell me, oh, if you catch this specific Pokemon, please name it that, and I will take that into account. As you know, I generally read all the comments on the YouTube videos. Also, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and thank you so much for being here until the end. And yeah, we'll see when I will be able to drop the next video. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.